Hi everybody, it's Tasso. Today I'm going to teach you a very simple technique on how to get unstuck when you lose your passion and focus at what you do. Because let's face it, no matter how much excited you are about what you do, it is inevitable that there will be times when you get stuck, when you don't know what is the right thing to do next, when you don't know what this is all good for and why you're doing this in the first place. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody goes through this. The only difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that the successful people try and manage to get out of this much faster. Now, the best way to do this is to hire a coach, somebody like me, who can inspire you and motivate you, somebody who can hold you accountable and who can ask the right questions to unleash your potential. You know, because coaches believe that people are resourceful and whole. What does it mean? It means that you have the solution in you, and all it takes sometimes is a gentle, or maybe sometimes not so gentle push to unleash your potential. Now, if for some reason you cannot do this, or if you don't want to hire a coach, you know what? To some extent, you can do it yourself. Here's what you got to do. The process is very simple. Explain it to someone. Explain what you do to someone. And if there's nobody around who you can bother with it, explain it to yourself. Just imagine that somebody would ask you, what do you do? Now, a few videos back, I made a post about the detrimental effects of saying I'm busy. So if somebody asks you what you do, don't say I'm busy, because this shuts you off. Remember, that was what I said then. Instead, I recommended that you say, I am working on. Why did I do that? Because when you start the conversation with I'm working on, it forces you to think and to explain about what you do. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, when you start and when you explain what you do, don't explain the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, because those are the things that actually got you stuck. This is the routine that you got yourself into. Instead, imagine you explain this to your kids. Imagine you explain this to a youngster from college, or explain it to somebody who is genuinely interested in what you do, somebody who would love to follow your footsteps. What advice would you give those people? How would you explain what you do is all about? What makes someone successful in what you do? See, this is important because it reveals your why. It makes you think about the bigger areas, about those things that are relevant. I'm going to give you an example. If somebody would come and ask me, you know what do you do in project management, as an example? Then the one thing that you could say, for instance, is, well, project management is about bringing people together from different disciplines to work together towards a common goal. And see, this alone, explaining it this way, makes you think about, oh, okay, do I have actually a clear goal? Have I a clear goal set out and articulated? And it's about bringing people together from different disciplines. So how is my stakeholder management? Which means, am I involving the right people? Am I talking to the right people? Is everybody who should know involved? You know, these kind of things. Then maybe you would continue and say, and then in project management, it's all about engaging those people, keep them engaged and communicating the progress. Now, again, this opens up the question you had to say, do I have a communications plan? Do I have a roadmap, which is a simple, a step, a mapped out series of events of communication of possibilities to basically do what I'm supposed to do? Now, see, if you explain to someone with fire in their eyes, somebody who is dedicated to do something, who is willing to put the effort and to improve their capabilities, if you imagine yourself talking to somebody like this, you would not say things like, you know, I'm doing stupid reports and I'm chasing people to get stuff done. Because, you know, that's not what you do. That might be what you do, but maybe this is not the right things that you do. Maybe what you do on a day-to-day basis is not the right things that you should be doing, and maybe those things are not even the things that you should be thinking about. And even if we talked about the negative things now, but even if you are, for instance, doing some things that you like, risk is also very often that you keep doing those things that you like and stay in your comfort zone. So if you explain these things to somebody, it drags you out of there and makes you think, as I said before, about the bigger picture, about the relevant areas you need to think about. Now, I guarantee you, if you aim to inspire someone, if you explain what you do in a way that shows the possibility and potential, you might just manage to inspire yourself. Focus not on what is, focus on what should be. Okay? And to close this post, I would like to use to tell you a very nice story that I read from a book. The book is called The Art of Possibility, from Rosamund and Benjamin Zander. And I have it right here. This is what the book looks like. It's a yellow book, so basically you can't miss it in the bookshelf. And this book, in this book, Ben is a music professor. He's a conductor, in fact. And he is about to have a leadership talk at the NASA. And he asks his students to write letters to the NASA people about what they think the similarities are between the NASA program and the lives of the students with music. And he was blown away by the responses that the kids, or by the letters that the kids wrote. And I wanted to read two of them to you so that you can see what they wrote about. So Ashley, 14 years old, writes something like, "The world counts on you to open up new possibilities and discover what humans can do. Thank you for keeping the possibilities alive." Dave, age 16, writes something like, "You are the diplomats, you are the representatives of the world over here. You are going to nowhere to search, to be intrigued and at the smallest inkling of discovery. You are representing us to discover, explore, and find the possibility to escape the box known as Earth and go as far as possible. You have the responsibility to push thinking and ideas beyond limits, into the ethers, through the nothing, into the something." I mean, you see here that these letters do not show what people are doing on a day-to-day basis. And the same thing that happened to Ben when he wrote the letters happened also to the NASA people. And one thing that the NASA person said, and something that I wanted to remind you as well, is that you are here to cross the swamp. You're not here to fight all the alligators. With this, I would like to close the blog. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope it was insightful and it served you. I hope it inspired you. If you like this, please subscribe for more. And until the next post, all the best.